Fresh tire tracks marred the road. In the distance, a golden halo cut through the trees from candlelight glowing in the windowsills of a grand chateau. Scores of leaded glass panes filled the front, beyond a lavish covered portico of burnished stone and the line of snow-capped autos that dotted the circular drive. Shadows moved across the windows as chateau guests passed by with champagne flutes and the blur of elegant white-tie dress. Lila melted into the trunk of a Scots pine to catch her breath, her slippers sinking against frozen pine needles at her feet. A waning crescent moon hung overhead. Near midnight. An hour more trekking through the blistering cold wouldn't have tempted Lila to stop under normal circumstances, as the only chateaux left in the country still operating as manor houses were controlled by either the Nazi elite or collaborateurs in the regime de Vichy. But peeling her hand from her middle was no longer possible. She'd be knees in the snow from the pain and dead by dawn, with or without the Nazis' help. Her options were run and die, or stop, risk, and pray. At a chateau of this size, there must be a service entrance round the back. Perhaps an outbuilding, or if fate smiled, a larder that may be stocked but not checked again until morning. A few hours' sleep, protection from the wind, even the hopeful promise of food. Together they could prove the difference in survival versus not. With careful steps to avoid the light, Lila followed the tree line around the back, watching for guard patrols that could appear, guns drawn, at any time. A cobblestone path led to the chateau, and she stopped shy of it, behind a wagonette hoisted up by its broken wheel upon a pile of stacked bricks. Snow fell, silent but drifting beyond a pitched wood awning and heathered oak door that was warmed by the glow of an outdoor sconce. A beryl and rust-patched Renault idled in the alcove, its back doors ajar, and motor spitting exhaust like cigarette smoke rising at a society party. The white text of its business name had faded on the placard, but enough remained that Lila could read upon its side, Boulangerie, 29 Boulevard Rouget de Lille, Montreuil, Versailles. Merci, God, merci. Lila closed her eyes, her forehead pressed up against the rough wood of the wagonette for support as she drank in deep, steadying breaths. Montreuil, only 2 kilometers away. She could make it to Versailles from there, meet her contact, make the handoff. And then from Versailles, she didn't yet know. Allons-y! A man's shout cut through the sputter of the engine, causing her to jump and look out once again. Wearing wool trousers, an unbuttoned vest, and a white uniform shirt with cuffs rolled at the forearms, the man hopped down from the back of the bread truck and peered through the service entrance. He seemed to give little care for the bitter cold. Instead, he focused on muscling crates in the back, then stormed through the door with such ferocity he nearly took the oak from its hinges. It swung wide in a ferocious clap against the chateau's burnished stone, and bounced against the wall with a sluggish tremble afterward. Allons-y! The man disappeared through the glow of the servants' entrance, his calls of "let's go" dying away with him. Lila scanned the scene. No movement in the front of the truck meant no extra workers to worry after, and she could just see crates and interior shelving in the back, enough cover to remain hidden. Fighting to stay alert through the ride into the commune of Montreuil, how she'd make it out of the truck unnoticed once there, and whether the delivery man might be friend or foe, those were the worries she'd confront as she came to them. Each worry in its time. Hoping the mass of snowy footprints around the entrance would conceal the addition of hers, Lila sprinted to the shadows beyond the Renault's back doors and climbed inside. She pressed her back up against the cold metal cage and slid to the floor like melting snow, landing against a wooden crate of baguettes and rustic sourdough boule. The only savior left was the tiny pistol in her coat pocket. Lila peeled her glove off, and in a last defense, curled her bloodied palm around the grip, holding the weapon tight against her lapel. Always putting us off schedule. The man didn't shout this time, but grumbled a frustrated rebuke barely audible over the Renault's engine.